Today we'll be checking valve clearance on a Yamaha TTR125. Now the first thing we're going to do is pull the inspection caps off here. There's two flathead screws that you'll have to remove the caps on them. You have a flathead screwdriver and you take these caps off here. Now you'll take a 17mm socket, and inside here you'll spin the flywheel bolt, which attaches to the crank to the position. You can look in here, there's a T, and that needs to be lined up with the piece that you see in there. Those need to be lined up. When you do that, you will line this line that's on the sprocket straight up with this mark here. So everything should be lined up. That means you're at top dead center. That means you're ready to check the valve clearance. You grab a 15/16 wrench, loosen these caps, spin these off. When you're at top dead center, if your valves are adjusted correctly, you'll have a little bit of play here. Now we'll check valve clearances here in a second, but you'll want to make sure these move. If they're tight, you may want to spin that flywheel, that crank around one more time and line these lines up again. Just make sure that you're on top dead center. All right, then here is your specs here. And we will take, and now we'll adjust these. So it needs to be in inches now. We need to be 0.003 to 0.005 on the intake. So what we'll do is find the middle ground here. We'll go with a 0.004. Okay, so we'll stick that in there. If it's loose, then that's not where we're at. Then that's not where we need to be. So let's try a 0.007. That's tight. That is how it should look, but we want to be down in the 0.004 range. So what we're going to do is find the feeler gauge that we need, put it underneath there, and we will find the wrench there that we'll need. We'll loosen up this lock nut here. Okay, so you can take with your fingers then and spin that adjuster screw down until this is tight. Okay, you want it loose enough to where you can move it, but tight enough to where it's not got a lot of slop. Now what I do then is leave that feeler gauge in there and watch this adjuster to make sure it doesn't move, and tighten it up. Okay, now what you want to do is be able to slide that in and out of there. No problem. If you can slide it too freely, then you need to tighten it up a little bit, but you want some drag on there. So we'll do the same thing for the exhaust. 0.004 to 0.006 on the exhaust. We'll find the middle ground here with 0.005, put it in there. It's pretty loose, so we know that we need to, just to check and see where we're at, we need to look for the 0.007 right there. And that's actually what it's adjusted to now. Now we're going to do the same thing, 8mm, loosen the lock nut, spin it down to where it should be at. Make sure these lock nuts are tightened up where they need to be before you put the caps back on. So take that up, tighten it, same thing, check it, make sure we're where we need to be. Then what I like to do before I put anything back together, 17mm, spin this around to make sure that these valves are where they need to be. I spin it around, check this inspection cap here, check this cam sprocket to make sure these are lined up, and then I'll recheck them to make sure they haven't moved, make sure I haven't messed anything up, and then that is how you adjust the valves on a TTR 125.